Great Sound Podcast. I'm Jonas.
And I'm TNT Don. I'm Mike the Explosive One. Let's crack into another one.
TNT.
Yo.
I was right again.
About what?
About big tech. Nothing needs to be smart, okay?
Yeah.
We don't need smart things.
Okay. Oh, I don't know what. Wait, I'm confused.
You know how I don't like smart TVs and smart couches and smart stoves and smart fridges and why is everything got to be connected to the internet?
Yeah, okay. There's so many things I could say right now. There's so many things that in my brain.
Sounds like you're saying nothing instead.
You want me to say something? I could say something.
So
I could say something.
Yeah. So Apple.
Yeah.
Here, they're pretty reliable and trustworthy company.
It's been different ever since Steve Jobs died.
Rip dog.
Hasn't been the same.
Yeah. So they settled a lawsuit that was alleged that they were recording customers
I'm sorry.
without the consent of the customer. Without saying, it says the alleged recordings occurred even when people didn't seek to activate the virtual assistant with the trigger words, "Hey Siri." Some of the recorded conversations were then shared with advertisers in an attempt to sell products to the consumers more likely to be interested in the goods and services of the lawsuit.
Mother frick, we have been talking about this for like the entirety of our lives.
Do you remember
about how when you say something and then it pops up in your ad feed?
Yeah,
this shit's real.
It is. Do you remember when you had the Alexa and we found in the app?
Quiet, bro.
Oops.
She's not hooked up, but I mean, you
She's
never
probably
know.
Alive. Dude, and we found in the app where it had recorded you every time you were like, "Hey Alexa," like whatever. Remember that? It was like all the recordings of you just being like, "Hey Alexa, turn on what's the weather?" or like whatever.
We were able to find every time I said the name and like every voice note that it had recorded, we were able to find. We could actually play back the audio.
Yeah,
I remember that.
So it's like. So they have like an audio match of you forever. Like,
yeah.
It's insane, dude. And they're trying to, and here's the thing. And here's the wild part. So the settlement is $95 million.
How much do I get?
If you owned a Siri-enabled Apple product between September of 2014 and December of 24, so 10 years if you've owned an Apple product. So, just 7 or 8 people,
So we're talking about like 60% of the population at this point.
Exactly. Eligible users could potentially receive
is killing
up
me.
to $20.
That's a lot
per device, capped at 5 devices per individual. But
$100 a person.
However, the actual amount might be less depending on the number of claimants. So you get 8 cents, dog.
How much is the person who brought the class action getting?
Oh, dude, the lawyers, they probably get half. Because I think it's like the lawyer gets like 30%. And then the original claimant, I think, gets like half or something. And then the other like 20% goes to like the rest of everyone else who joins the class action. Like, yeah, I was in like an Equifax data breach or something, and I got like
you and
60
everybody
cents.
else.
Yeah, I got like 60 cents, and I was like, oh, that's. So, like, they record your conversations, they sell them to advertisers, and they're like, here's $20. I hate the world.
That's what we're worth to them, man. That's what we're worth.
Basically, I don't know, dude. Like,
so, I mean...
And you tell me I'm weird because I don't want everything to be smart.
And I like smart devices. I embrace the future for what it is because it's inevitable, and no matter how much I fight against it, you can't like fix it. You can't fight it. Essentially,
yeah,
it's inevitable.
Yeah,
one day we're gonna have flying cars. No time soon. I've learned that over the years as well. But smart TVs, yeah, give it up, brother. Just don't. I don't like it when capitalism butts into the smart devices where you're like, hey, let me record your voice so I can sell you some shit, or a smart TV that comes preloaded with advertising. I hate that shit. Don't try to get me to join Hulu and Netflix and show me what's happening on the next episode of frickin' Susie Lou's Christmas special on frickin' Peacock. All right, I don't give a frick. I don't.
That's a train.
I'm just, you didn't know I knew all the advertisement policies. But all I'm saying is, like, I don't like that portion. But as far as smart, hook it up to the internet, brother. Let me control that ish with my phone. Let me control it with my freaking thought patterns. That's what I want.
You want to be Neuralinked.
Brother, I'm saying is that the more autonomy we can have, the more time we have to do other things, and I think that's beneficial to humanity. I agree that when it's used for bad things like this, Jonas, which is just like, how can we take money out of these motherfuckers' pockets? That's crazy. And I think that there should be more stringent laws against this so that companies are like...
It's a cost of doing business.
Yeah, at this point, they're just like, we're so rich, whatever, fine, whatever, settle. They settled, right?
Apple's market cap is like $3 trillion,
Exactly.
and you're talking about $95 million.
Brother, that's pocket change.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I can't buy another home in every country
so if you
this
think
year.
about it, so if it's trillion to billion to million, so you take off what, 6 zeros? So it's $95 if you're a millionaire.
Brother,
that's the equivalent.
Yeah, it's nothing. So should there be more stringent laws when they have this time? Because like this is the whole reason they're shutting down TikTok as well. Is because of the fact that the Chinese government is like collecting keystrokes and a lot of the data that they're collecting, and they're utilizing it to try to stunt American culture through just showing us a bunch of dances and like racist and trans people
and eating Tide Pods.
Yeah, and stuff that is like just so irreverent. And then when you look at the TikTok in China, it's 100% different. You know, it's more like academic based, and it's like there's times where it actually tells you to stop watching it.
Well, they want to keep Americans stupid.
100%.
They're like, here's some dumbass reality show type ish on your phone 24/7.
100%. That's how wars are fought nowadays, man. Wars are fought against the public, not by directly throwing bombs at them, but by making their living situation unfavorable.
Or just making them dumb.
Living situation. Yeah,
you're like, oh, I know a lot about reality show, but I can't balance a checkbook.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we've done it too when we did it to Russia, man. We made half of their population got hooked on drugs and after the war, and it's like, yeah, it stunts the growth. And now, like the Russian, I'm sorry to say it, but like when I say a Russian person, a lot of people have like the idea of like a poor and destitute person in a freaking Adidas suit. Like, it's not very nice to his wife. I'm just saying, it's like we don't have the highest idea, but you know, nobody thinks America's that great either.
We all are eating apple pie, wearing baseball hats, and setting off fireworks in our front yard constantly.
Yeah. I
mean, that's what I was doing last weekend, but what were you doing?
I don't know, brother. You know, working probably. Like a dog.
Jesus.
Like a
Watching
dog.
TikTok and working like a dog?
No, I don't have TikTok.
Yeah,
I couldn't get into it, man. I wanted to, but it seemed like it was too addictive.
All I know is that I waste enough time on other apps like Reddit and stuff. And like, so I don't need an app that's like 30-second videos. Bam, 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 bam. Just like curated to me. Like, I would never stop watching it.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, I got to send you a talk. I'm like, nah, dude.
So this is just Apple.
This is just Apple, yes.
So are they going after other companies in order to prove? Because I've never owned an Apple product, but yet I've run into this situation 100 times. And like everybody feels like it's something, but nobody's really coming for it. This is the first time I've ever heard anybody like
well, they didn't admit, they just settled. So they didn't make guilt.
Brother, come on.
Yeah, and it's been going on forever. And, like, no, they're not going after other ones because, like, someone started a class action. They've delayed it with their lawyer money forever, and they're finally just like, here, we'll throw $95 at you in comparison to a poor.
But here's my thing. It's like, is it to the point where it became more expensive to keep it in court than it was to settle? Or,
no, because they're making money off selling your data to the advertisers, man.
Or were they like, we'll just settle so that we don't get brought up on further charges?
Well, yeah, but it's like delay so long that people forget. Because like when it first comes out, people are like, I knew it. And then like they delay. People are like, whatever, TikTok. And then, oh my God, presidential election. Oh my God, whatever. And then they're just like, oh yeah, we settled for nothing.
I mean, I feel you. I'm just saying is that I do not feel like settling necessarily is an admission of guilt. But I do feel like in this case, settling versus just being like, why don't you just prove yourself wrong if you got unlimited money? You know, just prove yourself right at this point. Just prove them wrong.
Yeah, let's just make it go away, dude. They'll write a check. So,
yeah, I guess.
You know, everybody gets their big maybe $20.
So we don't know if this even really is a thing, but everybody feels like it is.
Oh, absolutely, dude.
Okay.
Well, it's just like if you search anything on your web browser, the next ad in like the Reddit app is what you just searched. Okay, and that's all cookie based. That's not about like because they keep that's not based on like.
Brother, I hate the fact that they named it after something that's so hot and delicious in your mouth, and it's really like the most pervasive, freaking disgusting malware adjacent freaking thing on the internet, and everybody just accepts it. Oh, I'll accept the cookies. I never accept the
internet's
cookies.
fun.
Frick your cookies, bro. Frick them.
Damn right.
White chocolate macadamia, those are the only ones I eat.
So, anyways, that's all the time we have for this episode. Go to thecrazytown.com for Jonas.
TNT.
We have